My name is Gabriel. I'm with Studio Swiss. I got a chair here which needs to be rebuilt, the upholstery, and the chair was in really bad condition, so let's get started. First, we are going to mark the center, the front and the back, and the center here and there and on the back. Then we're going to start with the webbing. Now we have marked the chair in the front and in the back. But before we get to the webbing job, what we need to do is break this edge a little bit so that the tack nail, which is this blue kind of nail, can sit right there on the edge. I'm going to demonstrate here. So take it off a little bit. In a 45-degree angle, so that the nail head can sit right here on the edge. The reason why we are doing this, when the chair is finished, done in muslin, then we cover it with the fabric, that the fabric is laying nice and snug towards to the rail. Because if we were to take all the upholstery down below, it would bulge and it wouldn't make a nice finish. Okay, we are getting ready with the webbing. This is a seat webbing. You can see it and recognize it by the two red stripes, which is used for the seat. There's another one which has a black stripe in the middle, and that one is used for the back. Now, the tools used to apply the webbing are first the stretcher, which this one has a little upholstery here to protect the finish when we pull on the webbing. The second one is this tool here, which is not common anymore, and it's an old tool. What you do is you are pinching the webbing into the plier, like so, and then you pull down on the ring, and then you can pull. And again, use protection for the frame, such as a piece of cardboard, or even better, piece of leather, and which is really good when it comes to curves. I have an illustration of this tool in this book here, so you can see right there. This is a very old tool. Now we have already applied some of the webbings here. I'm going to show you the third one here. What I'm doing is, first I'm leaning the stretcher against the frame and then pull the webbing into the teeth of the stretcher. Then I take the leather strip, put it underneath here, and stretch it a little bit, not too much, because you know you can really do damage by not properly stretching the webbing, and you can actually destroy the frame. Then what I'm doing is I take a hammer or another metal and I rub the webbing. Now, by doing so, I am releasing the fiber of the webbing, and it releases the webbing itself and gives me another about 1/4 of an inch more to stretch. I adjust this here on the stretcher and pull again, like so. What you also can do is check it if it's the same amount stretched by tapping on it. That one is a little bit higher. And then you tap it down. And you always offset the staples so they're not lined up like next to each other, so you offset them. So that's another way for the webbing not to strip out. Now the next step is to decide. We're doing this by weaving the webbing underneath or on top of those webbings here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go underneath here, go line it up, and we take a neck strip, and now we're going to weave this opposite, just like with a fabric. So we're going to line this up a little bit. Now what I have done is I have taken out the webbing from the inside of the roll to be more efficient. And now we go top, under, top. Pull this out a little bit. And we got one more. That goes under, top, and under. There we go. Now we're going to have to line this up a little bit. Now I've already attached those here on the side, and I have done those two. Now I'm going to show you the rest of them. Do it again, the same thing. You line it up here. Take the leather strip, put it underneath here. Tighten it up a little bit. Take a hammer or another metal strip or something and rub the webbing. Then you're getting a little bit more of the webbing here to stretch. Make sure that the leather strip doesn't overlap to the frame. Line it up, pull it, there you go. Take the staple gun. Now we do a little test here, and if it were not a proper job, you would hear some noises, squeaking or whatever, but you can see it's pretty good.